Didn't you hear me? I said good morning, Adam.
Oh, good morning. Sorry, I was miles away.
You're taking it easy this morning, aren't you? Jill said you wouldn't still be jogging in September.
I just brought the car in for some petrol. I've got a meeting with Tom in a minute, so I must get back to the hotel.
Oh, will it be finished in time for a drink later?
Well, I don't want to tear you away from your rehearsals.
Actually, I meant this afternoon, at lunchtime.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Adam. We can still be friends, can't we?
Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
You're going to be late.
Oh, I hope not. I just had to dash in for a card. It's my mother's birthday tomorrow. She'd be livid if I forgot.
Do you want to lift back?
Oh, yes, please. I think I've had enough exercise for one day.
They've got a pretty ghastly selection in there, haven't they?
Yes. It was either fishing scenes or there was one with an IM5 badge on it.
Oh, well, it's the thought that counts.
Actually, I've got a surprise for her. I'm going home for a long weekend.
Oh, well, that'll be a nice break for you.
You must be joking. A weekend with my parents is more wearing than a year at Crossroads.
Oh?
I keep on having to pluck ghastly dead birds and have endless conversations about what's the best wine to go with them.
Sounds rather wonderful to me.
You're welcome to it. Oh, you're going somewhere exotic, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to Germany. It's not really exotic, but I'm just going to go and see Sarah Jane.
She's your little girl?
Well, not so little now, actually. She's turning into quite a young lady.
Well, a very attractive one, I'm sure, if she's anything like her mother.
Charlie, I've told you before about this sort of behaviour. Can you take those for me?
Yes.
What would Anne-Marie say?
Funny you should mention it. I'm beginning to think she might not say anything. As a matter of fact.
So, you didn't get the tea bags?
Didn't I?
Yesterday morning, you said to me, I'll get the tea bags this afternoon. Your very words. I get up today, no tea bags.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I was a bit busy yesterday.
You know what Benny had to do? Get the used ones out of the rubbish and recycle them.
Morning, team.
Hello, Charlie.
Well, you can get them this afternoon, that's all I can say.
I have got a job to do, you know.
Well, look. Why don't you mix them out the kitchen?
Because that's a one-way ticket to the dole queue, that sort of thing.
Are we having a domestic tiff?
You know, if somebody said to you, I'll get the tea bags this afternoon, what do you think they'd mean?
Look, you get him. It's you and Benny that drinks all the tea.
Sounds as though the place is falling apart without Anne-Marie.
Well, oh, yeah. You better get them by Sunday, because she'll be back by then, and you know what she's like.
Toss for him.
All right.
Have you had a postcard from her?
Oh, yeah. She's met some Highlander with hairy knees helping him to toss the caber. Tails.
Tails it is.
Right. That means you get him.
Best of three.
Oh, come on, Paul.
She didn't actually say much in my postcard.
Yeah, well, I told you, you know, she's met this Jock McSporran, whatever he's called.
It's been like a holiday here being away.
Sounds more like chaos to me.
Oh, well, you need a bit of chaos after being weeks under the jackboot.
What jackboot?
Anne-Marie's jackboot.
You know what gets me, Charlie? The way she paces up and down outside the corridor, rattling the keys, checking the cell doors are locked.
She's not like that at all.
Oh, not with you, maybe.
No, not yet.
So, she didn't say much in your postcard, then?
That's none of your business.
Oh, well, I'd have thought having been brought up amongst the hairy, caber-tossing sort of fella, she'd never really quite get used to us smoothie, weedy English types.
Yeah, you've got a point there.
Yeah, especially if they're very smoothie and very weedy, yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, come on, we
Go
were
on, Charlie. Where's your sense of humour? Eh?
We overdid it.
Thank you. Was this about something special?
Oh, I've been away. At the best of times, I don't get down to the leisure centre as often as I'd like. Just thought we'd have a little chat.
Yes, well, everything seems to be chugging along quite nicely.
Apart from the body in the pool, eh?
Yes.
Yes, that was unfortunate. It's a good job Nicola's chappie wasn't here. What was his name again?
Sam Benson.
Yes, he'll have had that splashed across the front page, Nicola or no Nicola. No, it wasn't that. It's more the area of personnel that's concerning me.
Yeah, look, Tara was not to blame. The police established
Adam,
that.
don't jump in and stop me going on, will you? What I was going to say was that particular incident was symptomatic of the problem rather than the problem itself.
Go on.
It's not just that your bevy of bathing beauties can't supervise the swimming pool. It's more the fact that my general manager, who I value very highly, recently seems to have been in a constant state of total despair. That my sports manager's hippie boyfriend has adopted the Merrimonic Bar as his second home.
Tommy, what has all this got to do with me?
Oh, come on, Adam. Come on.
Darby, Mr. Mycroft, have you... What's that? What's what? Is that your aftershave, Darby? I beg your pardon. Yes, it is. Well, it's just my usual pomade. Did you spill the bottle of something this morning? No, I did not. You'll excuse me, I've got work to do, even if you haven't. No, that wasn't it, what I wanted to say. I was wondering if you'd heard from Anne-Marie. Postcard or something. Yes, I had a card last week. Haven't you had one? Yes, of course I have, but she didn't say much. You know, just having a lovely time, that sort of thing. Well, what do you expect? There was a picture of a stag on mine. I was just wondering, you know, like you do. Well, don't fret. She'll be back in a couple of days, although she did say that she'd like to be away for a couple more weeks. Did she? Hmm. So she must be having a good time, mustn't she? Yes.
I only took on the leisure centre on the understanding that I could run it myself.
Yes, I know.
Now, since I took control, you have got to admit that it's the most exciting and go-ahead part of the hotel. I mean, Tara has come up with ideas that you and I would never have thought of.
I give you that.
You have no justifiable cause for complaint, Tommy. If you are basing your analysis of my job performance on gossip about my private life, then you're not the man I took you for.
I do wish you wouldn't get so overexcited.
Tommy, would you please tell me what all this is about?
I think you could do with a break.
A break? What sort of break?
Have you ever been to Red Ox HQ?
No, I haven't.
Oh, check it out, if you're interested. It's not showy. You don't need to be when there's no customers about. Just 4 simple offices over a laundry in Warsaw. But it works. 15 steakhouses don't run themselves.
I'm sure they don't.
I'd like you to spend some time there, Adam. 3 or 4 weeks. Get to know how a big operation works.
Red Ox headquarters? Me?
It might be the right sort of challenge at your time of life, and at least it'll be a breath of fresh air. Chance to let personal matters over here cool themselves down a bit.
What have you got for us?
Look, Mr. Darby, can't you wait 2 seconds, please? What's the rush?
Oh, I shall be glad when Anne-Marie gets back. I don't know, running around like a skivvy. I hadn't realised how much I rely on her.
Well, you should ask me to do those things, Mrs. John.
Well, to tell you the truth, I was going to, but Charlie Mycroft said it was your afternoon off.
Well, I could always find a couple of minutes for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that smells nice.
Yes, it's Boeuf Bourguignon.
No, I meant Mr. Dobby. Who's the lucky girl?
Othello. Haven't seen it in years.
Well, you might not recognise it if you do. In this version, it's Desdemona's own fault that Othello kills her.
An exciting new interpretation.
No, just spite on the director's part.
No, you don't seem very happy about it.
Don't I?
In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. First line Merchant of Venice.
Don't you start quoting Shakespeare at me or I'll drink elsewhere.
Don't you dare go. You're precisely 33 1/3% of my trade at the moment. Oh, cheer up. You know, there was an American professor who spent years putting the first lines of all Shakespeare's plays into such an order that it made some wonderful, profound speech.
And did they?
No, he went completely mad. They had to put him away when he started on all the second lines. It's true. That's better. Oh, now you're only 25%. Hi. This looks like a white wine to me.
No, I'll have half a bitter, please.
I'll get it.
fine.
Hello, Tara.
I didn't think you'd come.
I hope you come here to put a smile on her face.
I say, John, you're very favoured. I tried to get some of these up at Crossroads, but she wouldn't let me.
False modesty. Now, the only quote I can remember from Othello is, let me see, how does it go? Didum, didum, you speak of one who loved not wisely but too well. That is Othello, isn't it?
It sure is.
I suppose we only remember those things which mean something to us, eh? Ah, business is picking up. Excuse me.
He's a nice man, isn't he?
Yes. An unfortunate knack with quotations, eh?
Yes. Oh, I'm glad you came. What I said the other night, I meant it. But I also meant that I didn't want it to ruin our friendship. I still think we can go on working together as friends as well as colleagues, don't you?
You know, I was seeing Tommy this morning.
Oh, yes. What did he want?
It wasn't a question of what he wanted. It's a question of what I want.
Oh?
Tara, I know what you're saying. I've thought about it a great deal, but I can't slip back into a normal friendship. Not after what has happened. I'm surprised you can, but then you've got Robin. I've asked Tommy for a move.
A move?
Yes, just for the moment until things sort themselves out.
But where will you move to?
Anywhere, as long as it's away from Crossroads. It is the best thing under the circumstances.
Make it sound as though he's being sent to Siberia or something.
Come.
Or a German soldier ordered to the Russian front.
Winter in Warsaw Grad, eh?
He's not going through all winter, is he?
Well, he's a first-rate accountant.
They never agree to go.
Oh, I think he might.
Tommy?
It's only for a few weeks, and it's got nothing to do with him going daft on that girl. Well, not much anyway.
He's doing an awfully good job down at the leisure centre.
Look, I'll tell you something about your Adam, Jill.
Oh, yes?
I might not trust him with my daughter, but I would trust him with my wallet, which is more than I can say for some of the crooks I employ at Red Ox.
I never expected you to behave like this.
Didn't you?
No, it's awful.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Adam, it's ridiculous. You can't just leave because of me.
What do you expect me to do?
I don't know. I suppose part of me just thought I was another notch on your bedpost, and that you'd carry on as though nothing had happened.
Are you sure that I'm not just another notch on your bedpost?
Oh, Adam, of course you're not.
How does the other half of you think I'm going to behave?
Well, a bit like you did this morning. Aloof, distant, over-polite. I thought you'd try and take it out on me.
It's a surprise the age of chivalry is not dead.
Well, I'd forgotten just quite how old you are.
Well then.
Sorry.
Don't kick a man when he's down.
No. But I still think it's an overreaction, Adam. I do.
Don't go on blaming yourself. This thing was coming.
It wasn't. I know it wasn't.
It's for the best, Tara.
Well, you must have some idea where you'll go to.
Yeah, Tommy is talking about fitting me into the Red Ox organisation.
Red Ox? Oh, no. I have a good mind to go and see him myself.
What?
Get him to stop you being so stupid.
No, don't do that. I really have made my mind up. It is the best thing.
How long's she been in Scotland, then?
Nearly 3 weeks. I don't know whether you'll have met her. She works in the office. Anne-Marie.
Oh, yes, that was that pretty girl you were in here with. You drove her to the station.
Yes, that's her. She's coming back on Sunday.
Oh, not long, eh?
At least, she's due back on Sunday. If she hasn't run off with some Highland Games champion.
Well, she didn't seem that sort of girl to me.
No, she's not. Some of the chaps at work have been pulling my leg, that's all.
Yeah, I expect they're jealous.
I haven't really had much experience of this sort of thing, John. I'm used to having my leg pulled. That happens all the time. But not about girlfriends. I haven't had that many, as a matter of fact.
No, nor me.
Haven't you?
Well, long time married, years of marital disharmony. And that's not the answer.
Oh, what is?
Oh, if I knew that, I wouldn't be here now. It helps if you can talk to each other.
We're great chatterers. Fat lot of use that is when you're 300 miles apart.
Yes, I know the problem. We had to rely on the jungle drums when I was out in Kuala Lumpur.
Not with you.
Charles, haven't they heard of phones in Scotland?
I suppose that you never stop worrying about your children even when they're grown up.
Oh, especially when they're married to the likes of my son-in-law.
Well, he is a bit of a character.
He did a bit of gardening for you over the summer, I hear.
That's right. Careful where you put your feet, dear lady.
Thank you.
A lot of people exercise their dogs here.
Of course, they'd stopped national service by the time Ray Grice left school.
One doesn't like to say anything.
But you could tell.
Well, it is a bit obvious.
If they'd packed him off to Cyprus for a couple of years, it would have stopped him hanging around our Margaret.
I don't think he'd been lucky enough to get Cyprus. Aden is more like it.
Anywhere. Oh, don't those cakes look delicious?
Well, you can have one with your tea.
I shouldn't really. I've only just had me lunch an hour ago.
Nonsense. A little of what you fancy does you good.
Oh, hello. Yes. Is that Mrs. Campbell? Yes. I wonder if I could have a quick word with Anne-Marie. It's Charles Mycroft. No, there's no problem. I just wanted a word with her, that's all. Thank you. Hello, Anne-Marie.
This is horrible. What's this supposed to be?
It's a post we've been eating 3 hours ago. You should have lunch at the proper time.
Well, how can I? Do you expect me to close the bar at lunchtime so I can knock off with my dinner?
You free now, then? No, after a couple of hours.
Well, you could go down the village shop.
I am not getting the flaming tea bags. I got the coffee on Friday and I helped Benny with the washing on Sunday. Now, you do something.
Who put the rubbish out?
Well, you certainly didn't. It's still in the corner of the kitchen.
Last week, I meant.
Hello, you two are like an old married couple. I just popped in to say that Anne-Marie sends her regards.
Sent you the card, has she?
No, I've just spoken to her, actually, on the phone.
Oh, great.
And she's coming back on Sunday.
Yeah, we know.
And she's been missing me terribly. I just thought you would like to know.
Hey, Charlie.
Yes?
If you speak to her again, tell her to bring us down some tea bags, will you?
Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, just a touch of heartburn, nothing to concern yourself about.
Why don't you just sit down a minute?
You know, I had a turn last year and I swore then that never again would I eat a second cream cake.
They looked so tempting.
Yes. Oh, well, in my case, the spirit was willing.
But the flesh was weak. You men.
I should have followed your example and stayed with the scones.
Scone? I only had one.
Oh, yes.
We ladies have to think about our figures.
Yes, indeed.
Autumn. You can smell it in the air.
Yes. Season of mists and mellow... What is it? One of the chaps in the regiment was always reciting it.
I'm sure I wouldn't know.
I think it's Keats.
Oh. Season of mists and mellow Keats. That's nice.
Well, I think I'm game to move on now.
Oh, don't rush on my account.
No, I just needed a few moments to catch my breath.
If you want to take my arm...
No, Oh, Mr. Chance.
Good afternoon, Darby.
Tara.
Hello.
We've just had tea together.
Oh, that's all right. You don't have to explain yourselves to us.
Yes, well, come along.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Darby.
Bye-bye.
Who was that?
I think there's a lot more to Derby than meets the eye. I bet he's got a woman in every barracks from here to Timbuktu.
Oh, I think that's sweet. Don't you?
No, I don't.
Well, when you're his age, I'm sure you'll be taking middle-aged ladies out for tea.
What, when I'm living in my little broken-down cottage by the sea?
Oh, I'll come and see you. I'll be middle-aged by then, too.
And I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach.
Listening to the mermaids sing.
But I do not think that they will sing to me.
Oh, I don't know, Adam. I think they just might.
You've been visiting the Crossroads Motel here on UK Gold. Next stop, Dynasty.